with 7 states disputing how much of the river's water each could claim, construction of a dam, any dam, was only a dream. But in 1921, Secretary of Commerce Herbert Hoover joined representatives from the 7 states to seek out a solution to equal water rights. Hoover proposed to simply divide the area into a lower and upper basin and leave further negotiations to the states within those basins. This compromise paved the way for the Boulder Canyon project to be constructed. And in 1931, the structure that would one day bear Hoover's name began with an explosion. Not only of black powder and dynamite, but one of human tenacity and ingenuity. It was the largest single contract awarded to that time by the federal government. It took the combined resources of 6 companies, forged into a single contracting entity, to 840 miles of pipe. The scale of some of the equipment was beyond the capacity of American highways and railroads. The pipes that would carry water from the reservoir to the generators were so large they could not be shipped, so a manufacturing plant was created to build them at the site. An infrastructure of highways, railroad tracks, and power lines had to be created to move men and materials from outlying areas to the dam site and to supply electricity for construction. An entire town was needed to house the workers who were pouring in from all over America in the midst of the Hoover Dam. Some call it the most prodigious engineering construction feat since the Great Pyramids of Egypt. When a U.S. Senate committee endorsed construction of Hoover Dam in 1928, its report said, "A mighty river, now a source of destruction, is to be curbed and put to work in the interests of society." And so it was. Hoover Dam brought the desert flood control, a reliable supply of water.
And welcome to that second elevator into Hoover Dam this morning. Now, before I get started here on this presentation, everybody always wants to know where we are. Well, we started the tour in the visitor center up above, which is located right there. We came down on the elevator about 500 feet, got off the elevator about right there on that orange line. We walked up the tunnel. Anywhere along the railing, folks, just pick that spot where you can see, please. It's the electrons and in turn creates our electricity. 130 megawatts of electricity per generator, allowing each one to be able to light up about 65,000 homes. The power from Hoover Dam goes to where most of the people live in this area, and surprisingly, that is not Las Vegas. Most of this power is going to Southern California. It ends up, for the most part, in the city of Los Angeles. Now, obviously, things are very big around here, so we need big equipment to repair these generators. How do we do that? Well, the answer is right in front of you. Notice